Hello everyone, TinaGale here for Creative Scrappers, and this month we're teaming up with the Cut Shop. So I have this cut file. It's called In the Stars, or It's in the Stars, and I just cut it out of white cardstock with my Silhouette machine, and I'm going to back it. So I was just showing here, I have a circle punch, and I took primarily the Starshine collection from Chamel and punched circles with it, and then I had a few little scraps that I punched because I wanted some, like those striped ones, I wanted some with all the different colors in there. So I'm just using my liquid glass to put some adhesive on there, and I had already laid them out and decided where I wanted them, and I'm going to back it, and I'll save you the torture of watching me back this entire file here and kind of fast forward. This is sketch number 297, so if you want to play along, hop on over, grab the sketch, and if you have any of the Cut Shop files, or go shopping there, and would love to see what you create with them. So I've kept primarily, you can see the sketch here off to the left, I've really kept pretty true to this sketch. It showed a lot of circles, and while I was shopping and kind of looking, I had a lot of different ideas and a lot of different cut files to play with. And I ended up, I just loved these stars, and so I wanted to play with them. And I also had a photo that when I saw that and I had picked out that I was going to use the Starshine collection, I just knew the photo was going to be perfect for this particular sketch. So I have my cut file all backed with papers, and then I had a red branding strip, and I decided to just cut it in half and stick it on here exactly the way the sketch shows. And then I'm ready to put my photo, and it's a 4x6 just like the sketch. And I have some of this blue corrugated cardboard that I've been using from Fancy Pants. I just love it. So this photo had a lot of blue in it. It was kind of dark in the background, so I matted it with white and then matted it with that dark blue corrugated cardboard, and just, I absolutely love it. It gives that pop up, kind of like when you put the foam tape and stuff under it, but just that extra texture around the outside edge. So I just thought it was a lot of fun. So I've pulled out some embellishments that I think are going to work. And then I had these rub-on tapes from Chamel, and I hadn't even opened them yet. And there was one that was stars, and so I thought, well, I'll just play. Well, a little tip. You probably shouldn't pull a new product out and play with it when you're doing a process video, because then you're like figuring out how it works. And I have to say, I really do like these pens. They work wonderful. They rub off really, really well. But I was trying to just get the one single star in the center of these cut files in the different colors. And so I'd kind of messed a couple up where I picked it up too soon. And so you can see on that paper, I had it over there and just kind of playing, trying to figure out when to push down and when to pick up so that I would get the star exactly where I wanted it in the center of that cut file. So in the end, I'm pretty happy with them. I think the one that I've messed up the most, I ended up covering up anyways. Yeah, it's the one at the very top right of that photo. Really kind of skipped. I accidentally picked it up. So I've got embellishments that are going to go up there. So it didn't really matter. But I love the look of it. I only did a few throughout the page, and then you'll see at the end I actually add some other stars in. I really wanted to put more into that cut file in that background, so I'll add some enamel dots and some different embellishments through there towards the end. But for now, I have all of the embellishments that I pulled out and trying to figure out where that I want them. In the sketch, it just shows kind of some tags behind the photo, and one big cluster there at the bottom at the intersect, and then the title. But I knew I wanted more than that. I wanted some at the top, and I wanted some to the left. So I had some tags that were from the ephemera pack, and then I think I cut one. Well, there's some on the paper, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I just used the ones from the ephemera pack. And I had 3 hunted out, but I ended up, I just like these 2. I have the one that's more cream with the red, and then the one with the blue. And I'm going to end up cutting that bottom part off so I can save it for another layout. I didn't need it. It was going to get tucked in behind this photo. So instead of just one tag as the sketch shows, I used those 2, and I put some twine through the one. And then I have some of the chipboard embellishments, and I loved this camera. I loved the red, so I wanted to use it, and I had the one that says admit one, that ticket. So I thought that would be kind of fun. This photo is from Disney, and it's in the new Fantasyland part, and they have like this circus tent, and then the characters are in there and they're dressed different. So this is Goofy, and he's the great Goofini. So he's a stunt driver with this motorcycle, and you can see he crashed his motorcycle into that wall there. So not really a great driver there, or stunt driver, but he's a lot of fun to meet. And so that was another reason why I thought this cut file with the stars and that star in the photos and the Chamel collection was just really perfect for this photo. It was a lot of fun interaction. So then I found another chipboard piece with that arrow that says "Go with all your heart," and I just had it point into the photo where I'm going to be talking about how he was pointing to my birthday button and kind of the conversation we had. And so that's just going to point into the story that I'm telling. And I went ahead and just put some foam tape at the bottom of that to keep the end of it up. And then I always punch a Mickey punch and put onto my layouts for a hidden Mickey. And this one was some of the extra papers. They were actually 6x6 pads that I had picked up that I punched the Mickey head out of and put behind the flare. I had a few flare picked out. There was a couple that I really wanted to use, and you'll watch me try to get it on the page. But the colors that I was needing wasn't the right flare, and so I ended up just using this one that's the dark navy blue that says Explore, and it has the little rocket on it. So that ends up being the only one that I use. And let's see, what else? So the other chipboard pieces were those two little circles with the stars. I ended up putting the one in the center of that camera, and I just love it. I mean, it doesn't look like much on camera or, you know, in a photo, but in person it just gives such a great little touch to it. And then I added another one off to the side. And then I was still wanting something. I cut the cut apart sheets from the paper, and I'm kind of playing with them, and I end up building it up. I loved this navy blue, and so what I'm looking for when I'm cutting these papers apart is mainly the colors. I'm looking for the design too and the words that match, but I'm just trying to get that color spread out. And I had it down at the bottom of the photo, but I'm going to end up using my title down there, and so I moved it up to the top. And I really like how that worked because it pulls that dark navy blue and that red together up there. And then I punched some stars out of the Starshine paper and then just added that cluster kind of in place of where that circle and those three stars are at. So it just happened to be that, you know, the stars worked. And I have this clear transparency piece here that says Imagine, and I really wanted to get it on, and so I had kept laying it there, and I finally decided I was just going to put the Great Goofini as my title, and so I found some different thickers to put that in and decided to just pop it down below, and really like how that turned out. So the last thing I'm going to do is add some enamel dots, and I had these from Bella Boulevard that are really big stars in the red. And I really wanted to pull more red into all of the clusters that I had going. I had a lot of the blue going, but I needed to repeat that red. And that title down there was doing a good job for the bottom. So those big red stars were great to put up at the top. And then I just put a smaller one at the bottom. And then I have some tiny little star enamel dots or enamel stars. And I just add some white and red in those. And that's going to finish this layout. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're not a subscriber already, I would love to have you subscribe. And again, be sure to hop on over to Creative Scrappers and check the sketch out, and also check out the cut shop and all the great files that Ashley does and has over there in her shop. They're a lot of fun to work with, and I want to thank them so much for partnering with us this month and allowing us to work with some of the cut files. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you back here again real soon. Bye.